So effective today, the rules committee is now giving management of Commander to Wizards of the Coast. So Wizards of the Coast is now in control of Commander and the ban list. So they released this article saying that, this past week has been more than just hectic. It's been out of line. A lot of people have been making threats and they can't have that. It is never appropriate to threaten other people. So it literally said it there. So they released this whole article about how they are going to pretty much release a point system. So they plan on making a point system. They said 4 levels of, four levels. They're almost like is it Canadian Highlander, where there's a system that cards reside in. They're worth a certain amount of points or allocated to, this part of whatever their tier list is gonna be for those cards, and then you can use that to judge whether your deck is going to be I guess tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, or level 1 through 4, something like that. So they gave us a little bit of examples. So here's what they said. What's next? While this is still very early, we do want to share one thing we've just started working on with the rules committee. So they're taking over the rules committee. This is what they're working on: a more objective approach to deck power level and additional guidance and shared language for players to find games that match the type of game they're trying to have. So they're basically going to make a tier list. Cards are going to reside in 1, 2, 3, or 4, and then you'll be you allocate your deck according to that tier list on what power level your deck is. So if your deck's running tutors and stuff like that, they gave us a little bit of examples here. Like you're gonna be up in the higher echelon of it, so you're gonna be like in the 4 or the 3 tier list. Okay, for example, you could imagine you can imagine brackets 1 as cards that easily can get in any deck, like Source to Plowshare, Grave Titan, Cultivate, where bracket 4 would have cards like Vampiric Tutor, Armageddon, which honestly should be banned, to be honest, Grim Monolith, which is fast mana, and cards that make too much more consistent. So they make games way more consistent, and that's fine. I like the way that they're going about it. So that's what they're going. That's what they're leaning towards doing. So not only have they taken over, they're going to be arranging a tier list. They're going to reach out to the community to try to figure out where to put certain cards on this tier list, whatever points to allocate it to, and things like that. So this is going to be a very rough. They pretty much said pretend like it's a beta or an alpha, and they're gonna have to adjust it over time and things like that. But the main thing is that they are going over the community and trying to make sure that we have a better understanding of how strong cards are. Then the second biggest thing that they're talking about is we will also be evaluating the current ban card lists alongside both the Commander Rules Committee and the community. So they're what they're trying to do is they're planning on, I'm guessing they're planning on giving us both sides to to everybody being happy, catering to both sides. So them stating this means like they're gonna look at some of the cards. They're probably gonna not ban cards, because they already said we will not ban additional cards as a part of this evaluation. So they're probably going to be taking some cards off of the ban list and then slapping them with that 4 and be like, these are 4-point cards. Those are going to be up on the higher ends. If you're not looking to play with those cards, then you should let people know, hey, I don't want to play with 4-point cards, or I don't want to my deck is not a 4 because X, Y, and Z. I'm not running these cards, and I don't want to play against those cards. I want a slower and longer game. I want to play with more around tier 2, tier 1 decks. I think tier 1 is going to be your they said pre-cons would be more of tier 1s, but no, it just do it 10, and then, or if you're going to do it like that, pre-cons would definitely have to be tier 2, because the pre-cons that they've coming out are very, very good, and they have a lot of draw power, stuff like that. But pretty much your ones are going to be your janks. Your ones and your twos are going to be your more high functioning janks, and your tier ones are going to be janks. That's pretty much how it seems like they're trying to have it be, but they haven't stated it like that. They said that precons were going to be more janky. I don't know. But they're going to talk with the community about balancing what goes where. So I'm in for it. I'm in for it. I'm looking into it with high hopes. They're going to be catering to not just casual players, but to non-casual players as well, so that, you know, everyone can be happy. And this is probably going to make like a little split in it. I'm not too sure on if they're going to make a split with it, but it seems like they're going to be doing more with this whole I guess you could say tier list of cards. So it seems pretty good. I kind of like it. I kind of like how they're gonna go. So another thing that they're gonna be touching on. So they're gonna be touching on the ban list as a whole, and then they're gonna be they're not gonna do any immediate changes. So it says right here, you know, while discussion of the ban list started this, immediate changes to the list are not our priority. So I think they are going to be moving some things out, but they will be they're probably not going to say anything right now. Probably don't want to affect the money and things like that. So probably picking up dock size and stuff like that will probably be pretty good. It seems like they're going to be overall in charge of, you know, what they want to take off of the list, what they want to probably control based on I guess it's gonna have to be based on, you know, the business approach, which is kind of rough. Like when you look at the whole thing as a whole, they're gonna be, in layman's terms, they're gonna be over the ban list, okay, which comes with some caveats. Okay, it comes with the fact that we're going to be at the mercy of Wizards. If they print something broken, they're probably not going to ban it right away. Okay, so we relinquish that right of them banning it right away. They're going to have some control over whether or not, you know, these broken cards stay and things like that. But if their cards are broken, mind you, we still have roll 0. That's something that they can't take away from us. If you don't want to play with something, if you don't want to play with these broken commanders or things like that, then you don't have to. You can always start with your play group. Your play group can do whatever they want. Essentially, that's literally, you know, the floor. You can change things however you want according to your play group. This is just an outline for, you know, going into other places or playing with newer people. This is a way for them to be able to, you know, be a part of it and not risk people who were initially on the rules committee, because they were getting threats, they were getting harassed, fear of their safety was going on, and Wizards already was like, yo, we got to stop it. Okay, they even said it's moved beyond, you know, having 5 people take care of it, because now it's a bigger format, and pretty much it's gonna be a very rough ride moving into this direction. I don't know if this is still gonna make a split or whatnot. I still say we split. I still say we go ahead and split it, but I'm fine with this too. I'm fine if you know, we know that, all right, well, now we have the higher casuals, the mid-tier type of thing that they're moving towards, where we have the casuals, we have, you know, a little bit competitive casuals, we have the more I'm moving towards CDH type of thing, so 1, 2, and 3, and then we have the 4. Then we have the 4s, which is, CDH, borderline. We get in, we play with these broken cards. All of us are dressed down to the T. We're ready to fight. That's kind of what they're moving towards. So guys, let me know what you guys think. I'm liking it. I'm liking how we're gonna go. I know the whole money thing and then being able to abuse this power is there, but this is the structure that will allow us to, not split the format, but coexist in this format. And I'm okay with that. Comment down below what you guys think. This is crazy. This is big. This is a really huge announcement. I'll put this whole article down below so you guys can read it all and see what you guys think. It's gonna be a lot of work in progress. So I think this is probably for the best.